Welcome to a brand new build, everyone. In this one here, we're going to be doing an oldie but a goodie. Okay, so we are gonna have something a little bit different for this build. I'm gonna be ordering in a lighting kit that will have working phasers and torpedoes, where you actually be able to see the little light coming up, firing phasers. That's gonna be in the electronic kit that I get. So that's going to be the thing for this particular model, which makes it a little bit different compared to the other builds that I've done. Okay, so I guess the first thing I want to do is get the interiors painted. I'm going to prime the exterior and the interior. And on top of the primer, put the chrome silver on all the parts where you know where there's lighting going to be. And yeah. And even before I can get started with the painting, I want to get all the windows drilled out first. I know a lot of people complain, like, why do you bother wasting time drilling out the windows? Well, you see, this is not a clear plastic model kit, so I drill them out and then I just fill in the holes with the window maker, and you literally can't tell the difference. Okay. So I'm going to start on the hardest ones to do first, which is the neck section here. Just because of the windows are so much tinier and there's so much more of them. These are going to take about an hour each to do. At least an hour. I got my trusty bits here. Just got to find the one that's going to fit these windows here. I want it a little bit smaller than the window. Even that one's too big. There we go. That'll do. I don't want this sticking out too far. Just for the simple fact that it'll snap off if you have it out too far and you're going through the motions of getting those drilled out. It's still sticking out too far. Two down, about, I don't know, 60 more to do, something like that. I'm going to do like every other one, because I don't want them all lit up. I want like some rooms look like there's nobody in the room, other rooms, somebody's in there kind of thing. So that's the way it's going to work all the way through. Yeah, those look really good. Get them done. Not too bad. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to the top part of the engineering hull here. And then a little bit bigger windows. And then the neck. Too big. Looks about right. Looking good. I'm just gonna keep on going until it's all done. There we go. This alone here was probably about almost an hour and a half. And this in here took me about 45 minutes to do all that. So that's those parts. I still got this to do and the primary hull. And this thing is all cut out. The only other thing I need to do is put in little holes on the corners here for the navigational lighting, which will be a little bit later. I'm going to be using 0.010 mil fiber optic lines for the navigational lighting. Needless to say, that's pretty small. Or maybe I'll use the 0.20. Yeah, probably the 0.20. I'm not sure. But anyway. There we go. Looking good. Alright. Got this thing here about half done. It took me about an hour and a half just to get from this point to this point. So, it takes about 3 hours to do this. It should take about the same amount of time to do that one. Yeah, you gotta take regular breaks, I'm telling you. And I also drilled the holes here for the navigational lighting. And I'm gonna be using this in here, the 0.20, which is the perfect size that I need. Now, one thing you gotta figure when you're doing these drilling, just don't drill straight down like in the top here. You have to angle the holes here so they point towards the light. So the lower down I go, the more I have to angle it so that these windows along the edges here get a same amount of light as these ones here. Same with the bottom here and on the side of this and here as well. Other than that, it's really coming along. Just like that, and just keep going on until it's all done. And there we go. Got the top of the primer held all done. Looks nice. Just still got to drill a big hole here for wiring for the lighting that lights up the small bridge here. So I just got to get these windows done on this as well. Looks really good. There we go, all done. And even got the briefing room windows in the back there all done. Looks good. Like every other window there is opened up. Not bad. And that's it for all the windows on the lower hull now. Now, I read somewhere that if you were to measure out one of these windows along the bottom of the hull, they're 25 feet long. That just goes to show the scale of the Enterprise D. Imagine that, 25 feet. That's crazy. Alright, now that that's all done, I got to mask off the phaser strips here on all the parts, on the outside and on the inside. Actually, just this one here, actually, because this is the only one that's going to be firing the phasers. So I still want light to shine through the plastic for this. So, just that. Okay. Alright, got the inside done now. Alright, we can start with the painting, getting all the primer on. But before that, I have to drill holes in the frame here to run wiring that go to the warp engines. So I'm just going to do that on both sides here. I'm going to be using this 30 gauge wire, really thin stuff. Just keep going like that all the way around and all the way up, and drill another hole up here that goes up into the engine and hollow it out a little bit, and we're going. I only got it sticking out so far because that's as deep as I want the trench to go, and yeah, there we go. All drilled out, both sides, looks good. Okay. Now I can actually start painting. Alright, that takes care of that. Once that sets, do the exterior and then flip it back over and do the interior with a chrome silver, pretty much guaranteeing no light's going to get through. You could also do just black if you want. I would still do the primer, and then when you put the black on, it has something really nice to adhere to. So either way, chrome silver or black for the interior, that's whatever. Okay, just gonna let that set, turn it back over after, and chrome the interior. Time now for the chrome silver, or black, depends on what you want. All right, there we go. Looks good. I'm just gonna let that set overnight. It's gonna take that long just so it loses its tackiness and stuff. So, all right, time to use my equipment here to put on the final hull color. So I got the hull color of the Enterprise D is a light blue, very light blue. So I got my blue here, and I'm going to add just a dab of that into the white, which I'll mix in this container here, and then go from there. Okay, so I already found that I already got the hull color here already mixed for my previous build. So it's not quite nearly enough, so I'll just mix everything into this container, pour it in there. Okay, let's give it a try here. It's a bit thick yet. Okay, I thinned it out a bit more. Looking good, looking good. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly go to this here, and I'm going to make cross braces here that will make sure this thing stays put, and it is also for holding the lights that will light up this section here. Alright, so I got my styrene strip here. Gonna make it so it goes across here, and another section that goes across here. And so I'm gonna cut angles on this, something like this, so it fits in with that. There we go. So got that. So I had to cut it on an angle that way and a little bit this way because they canter in like that. Now I'm just gonna make a strip that goes from here to here. Now take care of that. And then one strip this way. So I got to have it come to a point here, but then I also have to angle it this way to fit with the angle going down. There you go. Looks like this. Fits here like this, just like that. There, just like that. This build comes to you with the letter T. Instead of the normal LEDs, I'm going to be using these light strips. So this model will be on a 12-volt power supply, because that's what these strips run on. I got another roll here yet. So under here, pointing down, and it'll light up the whole area. We should have another one pointing up here. So one down, one up. So I need one of those, one to fit on top, one on the bottom. And I guess one right here that'll light up the back section here. Now, for the impulse engine here, I'm going to have to build a little cover because I don't want any of the light interfering with the impulse engine. We'll get to that eventually. Now, because of this here is the waterproof stuff, it's got this rubber film on it, so I have to take that off where the 2 points are to provide power to the strip. Just like that. If you are going to buy these strips, make sure it doesn't say waterproof. Otherwise, you'll have to deal with this too. Now it sticks down nicely, but I still put the glue here on it as well, just to make sure it stays put. Because I find that over time, the effective stickiness of this does not work. Right there. So tie these two in together, and that'll light up the whole neck area. Make sure that's not going to interfere here. It's close. Okay. Well, that is it for this episode, everyone. In the next one, we are going to be working on lighting the primary hull. Please like, subscribe, comment, don't forget to share, and click that notification bell for any future uploads. If you have any questions or you want me to do commission work for you, contact me at epic.models@gmail.com. See you all again later. Bye-bye.